Why do you think Instagram works?
It's true.
Right?
It's true.
For sure.
Yeah.
And so, and I'll give you another example out of the book. So where emotional regulation comes into play. So for the last 35 years, I've cried 3 times. That's a release of emotion. You can cry as a man.
Yeah.
But it should be for you. And it should be under your control. I had a loss of a family member, and I wept. This is probably 20 years ago. And then I accidentally killed one of my favorite dogs. I went to the backyard, and I had a little outing, shall we say. That was a sad day. The next time I wept, I saw something amazing. And that's when my wife was in a severe car accident that broke her neck and made her paralyzed from the shoulders down, and she was in severe pain, in traction. I had my mother. I had my ex-wife in the room. I had a friendly female familiar in the room that's a friend, our age. I had my daughter in the room. Probably the most important women in my life. And then, of course, my wife laying on the bed. And not knowing the circumstances, whether she would live or die. And I got along well with all these women, of course. I started to tear up. And I didn't get very far. And I could see the panic in all of their eyes from seeing me start to tear up. And I shut that shit down. Why do you think that is?
Because they look for you for strength.
That's exactly right.
You're the masculine presence.
So
That's
if
exactly
they could tell it's
right.
affecting you, then they're like, oh,
And
shit,
you don't
who
think
we going to
that
turn
every
to
woman
now?
you encounter doesn't look for that,
Yeah.
at least in a wider sense, socially?
Do you believe majority women can recognize a masculine presence without a man speaking?
Most can, because women are very perceptive of body language. I actually go through that quite a bit. How you hold yourself, how you present yourself. You know, let's just go through a few. Head up, shoulders back. You know, chest out. Open, relaxed. I'm taking up space without being obvious. If I do it too much, I'm going to come off as a douchebag, and that's not it.
Yeah.
You guys know there's resting bitch face, right? You know there's resting douchebag face, too, and you can look at it everywhere. The guy that's got the upturned face all the time. And then most of those guys think they're freaking killers with the women, too.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think? You think the women can see that from a mile away?
Yeah.
Right? So,
I'm sure if we can see it, they can see it.
and you also got to kind of have that water rolling off a duck's back with the gals, and they recognize that. Even if they shut you down, you know what? You're self-entertaining. I mean, it's an amazing thing to be self-entertaining.
Very true.
I mean, I don't know this guy, but look at John Zerka. Is he not self-entertaining?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You can't look at the guy and go, fuck, that's got to be
Because he don't
himself.
care who
You
laughs,
know,
who
you have
he's
to have
entertaining
a bit of
himself.
that, and no one's going to say he doesn't have that presence.
Yeah.
And every one of those girls notice it. You know they do, and he calls them out for it. Bravo, bravo. So yes, they definitely do recognize it, and particularly they recognize it if they had a strong father figure or a strong male presence in their life that demonstrated those qualities.
Okay.
Because it comes across as someone that's secure yet comforting, that can handle his own. And here's another big key to having a dominant masculine presence is you're not domineering. If you're domineering, you're controlling, and it's not about being controlling.